So what? I guess just to begin with, how much time and effort? Are you all set out of here?
I'm good. Yeah.
How much time and effort went into you coming up with this decision? I mean,
I've been thinking about this for a long time. There is no question. I love this district. I want to be congressman, but I also am willing to take away from ego and say, what is the best thing for the people of the New York 22nd District at this time? What's best for the people is not a race that divides us and fractures the vote. It's having a single voice that is focused on the people, on what they want, and making sure that we have someone who is effective in Congress, which we're not getting at this time. And so when I came to that, when I thought about that, I had to say, there is no question, it's not my time, and that's okay. That doesn't stop my voice. It just means that instead of being the candidate, I'm going to help support the candidate.
Now, what is it, you've touched on this in your speech, but what is it about Claudia that you think makes her the right person to do this job?
Well, she's done a lot of things in her record. I mean, if we think about, she was the first person stepping out to try and take down Sheldon Silver based on his corruption. And that was, when she did that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, everyone else was saying, that's impossible. You can't take down Sheldon Silver. He is impossible to remove. And we've seen with Preet Bharara, that has happened. And that's because she's out there and she was one of the first people saying, no, we have to do that. She's been a fiscal conservative, fighting to make sure that New York is spending our money responsibly. And these are things that transfer over and are exactly things that we need now to fight corruption, to fight the gridlock that's in Congress, and to be fiscally responsible. I mean, we are looking at $20 trillion. That's assuming interest rates don't go up. Classically, interest rates for the last 100 years have been 6.25%. That's an additional $7 trillion within 3 years. We can't afford that. We need someone who's going to stand up for us and say, no, we're not going to spend that. Someone who believes in our values, not whatever it is Representative Hanna believes, and I have to say that because he changes his opinion on a regular basis. I don't know what he believes. So that's why I stand behind her, and many other reasons as well.
what do you plan on doing to show your support? Any types of rallies, things like that?
I'm more than happy to show up at any event that Claudia Tenney would ask me to be at and speak on her behalf. We have very similar views. It's another reason why I'm not running, is that we do share essentially the same views. We're politically on the same side in standing for the people. So I'll be happy to come out to speak. I will be making separate of the race. I am going to be speaking in December for the Southern Tier scope. And I continue to be, I've been on the radio consistently since 2013, almost every other month, and I'll continue to do that. And I'll continue to be out at events speaking to people, and I'll be more than happy to answer people's questions about why we need a different voice in Congress. And I'll be absolutely happy to speak to Representative Hanna in public or in private to discuss these concerns, which he has never allowed us to be able to discuss.
Have you spoken with Claudia about your support for her yet? Or?
Yes, I have. We spoke yesterday, as a matter of fact, discussing this, and she is aware that I was going to be making this statement today.
What was her reaction to that?
She supports my decision. She is happy to have my support behind her, and she looks forward to being able to be focused on a race where she can take on Representative Richard Hanna and whomever the Democrats decide that they may ultimately, finally put up there, which still remains in limbo. So she's very positive.
I think that there's been kind of a consensus in the Southern Tier that Hanna hasn't, or not the Southern Tier rather, but Broome County, that Hanna hasn't always made it down here, and a lot of his focus has been to the north. So how do you feel that Tenney will be able to kind of hear the people here in Broome County a little bit more?
Well, that's a great question, because he doesn't come down to it's not just Broome County, it's the Southern Tier. He doesn't come to Southern Shenango. He doesn't come to Tioga. He's almost unseen in Madison and Cortland. That's not his focus. What his focus may be I can't really be sure. But what I can say is, separate of those photo ops, what has he done for us? What is he really doing? And no one knows. Now, as for Claudia Tenney, she won Tioga. She won Broome County. She took it because she actually has been here with the people. She has been at events and speaking with us and listening to what the people have to say. And she shares the views of people in the southern tier as well as the entire district. And that's why she did so well. And I think that as people take the opportunity to see her, they're going to see more of that. Just as they're going to see that I'm still out here. We're still speaking. And we're speaking directly with the people and spending time with the people. Something that in over 4 years now, Representative Hannah seems not willing to bother with.
So what's the plan now? Now you're going to back her. How immediate will the backing start to supporting Tenney?
Right now, because I make a call to all of the Republicans and the heads, in particular in Broome County, the head of the Republican Party, to take an opportunity to speak with Claudia, and for the committeemen, I am one of the Republican committeemen, and for my fellow committeemen to take an opportunity to hear what she has to say, to look at her record, and to be able to evaluate and compare what she's offering and what we have actually received. Now, what we've been promised, but what we have received from Representative Hannah, besides the embarrassment and attacks on Republicans that he's been consistently doing since he's been elected.
Right now, we really haven't heard, it's obviously still very beginning stages of this race, but we haven't really heard a peep from Democrats yet. So what do you guys, what do you kind of have to say about that?
Personally, I can speak for myself on that. I have a very strong opinion. I've heard some of the rumors that it's going to be Anthony Brindisi, which, bring it on. No matter who the Democrats pick, at this point they abandoned all the people in 2014 because they had nothing to offer. In 2016, they again still have nothing to offer. They have no candidate in the district that has done anything worthy of note that I haven't heard anything, and I don't think anyone else has. They don't have anyone who's stepped up. They won't even step up against the corruption in their own party, whether it's coming from the governor, who killed the Corruption Commission, the Moreland Commission. They wouldn't stand up to Sheldon Silver, and I doubt that they're going to be able to do anything better. So I look forward to whomever they decide to put out there and hear what their excuse is on why they've been so remiss